Carl Johansson, the season didn't go so well up to now for you because you missed a lot of matches first because of the concussion, afterwards because of the knee problems. So how were the last month for you?
Yeah, really tough. One of the toughest seasons for me personally, and yeah, it's never fun to be injured. But yeah, I'm trying to look forward, and I'm happy now to be back on the pitch again and to help the team.
Then you gained some match practice with the second team and also during the friendly. How important was that?
No, but it's always different when you play a game compared to when you train. It's a different thing, a little bit different movements, but yeah, it's like you train to play games. So of course you want to play as many games as possible. And like I said, I'm happy to be on the pitch and play games again.
Actually, exactly this happened. So you were brought on in Leipzig for the last 25 minutes. How was it for you?
Just fun, and you get so much adrenaline, so you can't think about anything else than just a game. And yeah, I'm just happy to play. It was a nice arena, first time for me there. So yeah, we played against a good team, and I think we got a good result also, even if we wanted more than 1 point. But I think it was good when you consider it's a very big club and a good team.
But did you actually had time to warm up, because after David Zek's injury you didn't have so much time?
Yeah, but I was actually prepared because we had the lead in the game, and I knew maybe they wanted me to come in later in the game if they were playing a lot of crosses into the box. So I was already preparing myself for this, and then unfortunately Zek got injured, and then I was already mentally prepared, and then it's just about getting warm as fast as possible.
But I can imagine it's difficult to get in such an intense game because you have like very good players on the other side, like Openda or Sesko. How was that for you?
Yeah, of course, and but when you come into a game like this, in this type of situation, it's just about playing an easy game, maybe have 1 or 2 meters extra just in case. And for me also, it was the first game in Bundesliga since I think before Christmas. So for me, it was just about getting into the game, but I think I did a pretty okay job.
Yeah, like you said, your last match was against Augsburg before Christmas. The week before we played the first leg match against Gladbach, which is the next opponent now. Do you remember where you watched the game back then? Because you weren't part of the team squad, because you were still missing because of the knee injury.
I was at the arena, so okay. I remember watching the game, and no, of course we played away. So yeah, I was watching it at home, yeah, and I remember they scored an early goal. So yeah, it will be a tough game, of course.
It was the second highest loss in this season for Holstein. So from my perspective, we had lots of matches where we played like also against the best teams of the league quite well. In Gladbach it was a bit different. What makes you think positive that you can have another match on Saturday?
Yeah, but like you say, we want a revanche from the last game, and it's a different time of the season now. We see every game now as a final, and we know we have to get points to stay in the league. And yeah, I think we have everything to win. Of course, we want to win this game, and we know how the game will be. It will be a tough game, and they will play a lot of crosses, and they have some big players and a good striker. So we just have to be prepared for this, and then hopefully we can play a good game.
Do you think it's also an advantage that they are also competing for Europe? Because the last matches against teams like this, like for example Leipzig, Mainz, also Stuttgart, Holstein did a quite good job. So do you think this could be an advantage to play
for Europe? Or?
No, to play against such a good team?
Yeah, of course. It's always the better teams you play against, the more you want to show yourself. And I think like you say, we made a couple of good games against good clubs. Like Mainz away is not an easy game, Leipzig away is not an easy game, but when you only get 1 point here and there, you don't climb so much in the league. So we know we have to win games, and yeah, but we have a good chance now against Gladbach.
I think so too. We wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.